Have you ever looked at a pattern in nature and just thought, wow, how is that even possible? Like the perfect spiral of a seashell or the intricate design of a snowflake. Well, get ready for a pattern so mind-bogglingly perfect. It seems like it was designed by an artist, but it's happening on the most chaotic planet in our solar system, Jupiter. For centuries, we've stared at Jupiter's Great Red Spot, a storm so massive it could swallow Earth whole. We thought we had a pretty good idea of Jupiter's wild weather. But then, in 2016, NASA's Juno spacecraft arrived, and what it found at the poles completely rewrote the book on planetary storms. It's one of the most beautiful and perplexing discoveries in modern astronomy. Imagine flying over Jupiter's North Pole. As you descend through the swirling, ammonia-laced clouds, a breathtaking sight comes into view. It's not just one storm, but a cluster of them, arranged in a perfect geometric pattern. A massive central cyclone, thousands of kilometers across, is surrounded by 8 smaller, yet still gigantic, cyclones. They're locked in an almost perfect circle, like the petals of a cosmic flower. Each storm is a swirling vortex of wind and fury, yet together they form this serene, stable arrangement. 9 storms, holding hands in a dance that has lasted for years. It's a spectacle of order emerging from chaos, something scientists had never predicted and couldn't immediately explain. It's like finding a perfectly arranged bouquet of roses in the middle of a hurricane. But the mystery doesn't stop there. Juno then flew over the South Pole, and the universe decided to show off again. Down south, there isn't a flower but a hexagon. One central cyclone is perfectly encircled by 5 other storms, forming a near-perfect 6-sided shape. Again, these aren't small weather systems. Each one is a monstrous cyclone capable of dwarfing any hurricane on Earth. Yet, they maintain this precise, stable hexagonal formation. Think about it, a pentagon of storms at one pole, an octagon at the other. It's almost too perfect, too deliberate. How does a planet as wild and untamed as Jupiter create such stunning geometric art? This is where science gets really exciting. On Earth, hurricanes in the same hemisphere tend to drift towards the poles. If they get close, they often merge into one, even bigger superstorm. That's what our computer models predicted would happen on Jupiter. These cyclones should have either merged into one giant polar storm or drifted apart and dissipated, but they don't. The northern flower of 9 storms and the southern hexagon of 6 have remained stable for years, ever since Juno first saw them. They spin, they rage, but they don't merge and they don't break their formation. It's a complete defiance of our understanding of atmospheric physics. So, what's the secret? What invisible force is holding these cyclones in place, preventing them from gobbling each other up? Scientists have been working tirelessly on this puzzle. The leading theory has to do with something called an anticyclonic ring. Researchers believe that each of these polar cyclones is surrounded by a ring of wings spinning in the opposite direction. Think of it like a set of nested gears. The central cyclone spins one way, and this invisible ring around it spins the other way, acting as a buffer. This shield prevents the cyclones from getting close enough to merge. It's a delicate balance of forces, a protective barrier that keeps each storm in its designated spot in the geometric pattern. To test this idea, scientists created sophisticated computer simulations. They modeled Jupiter's atmosphere and tried to recreate these polar polygons, and they succeeded. By programming in these anticyclonic rings, they were able to generate stable arrangements of cyclones, just like the ones Juno observed. The models even showed that without these protective rings, the cyclones would merge within a matter of months, just as expected. This suggests that these rings are the key ingredient, the secret sauce that allows Jupiter to maintain its incredible polar art. It's a beautiful example of how nature uses opposing forces to create stability and order. But this discovery opens up a whole new can of worms. Why do these rings form in the first place? And why is the North Pole an octagon while the South is a hexagon? Why not a square or a heptagon? The number of storms seems to be incredibly specific. Recently, the southern hexagon briefly became a pentagon when one storm was seemingly ejected, and then a new, smaller storm squeezed its way back in to restore the pattern. This suggests the system is dynamic, constantly adjusting to maintain its preferred geometric state. The physics behind why a specific number of cyclones is stable at each pole is still a frontier of active research. It makes you wonder what other secrets Jupiter is hiding beneath its clouds. These polar cyclone clusters are more than just a weather phenomenon. They're a testament to the fact that the universe is far more complex, elegant, and surprising than we can ever imagine. They show us that even in the most violent and chaotic places, patterns of incredible beauty and order can emerge. It's a powerful reminder that there's always something new to discover, a new puzzle waiting to be solved. Juno's mission is ongoing, and with every orbit, it peels back another layer of Jupiter's mysteries, bringing us closer to understanding the forces that shape not just other worlds, but our own as well. Thanks for joining me on this journey to the poles of Jupiter. If you found this as fascinating as I do, don't forget to hit that like button and subscribe for more deep dives into the wonders of our universe. Let me know in the comments what you think is the most amazing pattern in nature. See you next time.